Beautiful.
Go on, guitar, and some bass, and some...
Do it.
Tremendous.
That's tremendous. Nobody does looping better than Pete.
Boring.
Anyway, welcome back to Andertons TV.
Hello, everybody.
I hope you can see this little ditty pedal on the floor.
Yeah, it's
called,
a bit of a...
Yeah, it's called a Mooer GL100.
Mooer.
It's a new looper from those guys there. Everything you heard there in terms of the drums and the looping and stuff was coming from inside the looper. And it's super affordable and super cool, right?
Yeah, the drums are great, man.
Really good.
The drums are really good.
It's a stereo in, stereo out
Yeah.
pedal. But we've kind of set it up slightly differently by changing some of the mix parameters that are inside it. So the purple cable, or this, we've got an overdrive pedal going into input 1.
Uh-huh.
We've got a bass guitar going into input 2.
Yeah.
And then on the outputs, we've summed the bass and the guitar sides to come out of the guitar amplifier, but we've put the drum machine straight into our interface to keep it nice and clean.
Yeah.
It's really cool,
It's
right?
really cool.
It's dead simple to do. This is really not an expensive looper as well. It's like 100 quid, 109 quid.
Is that all it is? No.
Which is bonkers.
And you know what? This is a touchscreen. How mad is that?
Right, so...
That's what blew my mind. It was a tiny little touchscreen. It's like a watch.
Could I, is it okay if I sit on the floor? You'll have to help, if I'm down here for more than 5 minutes, you'll have to help me up so my legs will seize up. But I think it's kind of easiest if I'm down here.
That's weird, this.
It is a bit weird, this, I feel bad. So I am going to just clear that, if I may, Mr. Pete.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Clear.
Look, nice touchscreen.
It's so cool. It is like a watch, isn't it?
Weirdly, again, if I press the little drum thing, I can see the drums. Now, when we've done looping before, we've typically, if the looper has got drums in it, they've been a bit digital and sort of crappy drum machining. Even on some of the dearer Boss machines, I don't think they're great.
Yes.
So we've, or you particularly have lent towards machines where you can load in your own real drum samples.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a faff. You can't change the tempo, all that kind of stuff. So this is the first one that I've heard where I've really thought, you know what, the drums are almost good enough. So like you don't. So let me just take you through. Hopefully you could. Will you get close up on this tape? Wow, the wonders of technology. So you can see a genre here, pop, and I've got, was it 10 different genres?
Yeah, there's something like that.
11 different genres.
That's the menu knob.
And then if I go down to pattern, there were...
Yeah, you got 6 8s, you got
20,
3
20 variants of the 11, so that's what, 220 different ones. Then you can adjust the volume level and you can adjust the BPM. So
and you can listen to it by clicking the little...
So let's just try some of the different ones. The reverb is from the pedal on the drums.
See? Now you can hear what we're saying.
The great thing is, of course, because we've got this going out on a separate track, we can mix it differently. What else we got here? Blues. Here we go, the old shuffle. I don't like that one. Let's try number 1.
Give it a bit more tempo.
Look at that. Pete's tap tempoed it in. Right, so you got 220 of those,
and you got reggae.
I have to admit, these are probably the best drum sounds I've heard in a pedal, and it's one of the cheapest pedals we've done. So that's the drum side of things.
How do they manage to make it so cheap, man?
Well, I suppose just eventually processing power just gets bigger and cheaper, and then eventually you can have mega drums in here, can't you?
Yeah.
Obviously, it works as a normal looper, so you've got 2 modes. In fact, let me show you that as well. So if you look at this, you've got
that's your menu there.
Your record, play, dub mode. So as you cycle through, record a bit, and then it goes straight into play mode, right? And then you have to press it again to overdub.
Or you can just do your dubbing around.
Yeah, so that's super easy. What else have we got here? You had 4 different modes of stop. So we've got it on immediately stop, but you can have one where it plays like a 4-bar, or it plays your entire loop and then stops, or you can have a fade out if you want, 2 different lengths of fade out. These were the input and output settings I mentioned before. Drum match. Okay, we had some fun with this.
AI, baby.
Normally with this, you would expect to find your drum beat, set the tempo, get it going, or with a count in like we did at the beginning of that video, and just jam over the top.
Yeah.
However, if you know nothing about drums,
I know nothing,
and you don't even really want to, you don't even know what tempo you want it to be. You just want to strum something on the guitar. Let's play this. This is called Drum Match, which is kind of freaky.
Let's see what it comes up with this time, right?
Yeah. So this is now going to listen to Pete playing. You need 8 seconds. You'll see this little match thing down here.
Yeah.
It's going to just listen to him playing, and then it's going to suggest a drum beat.
You can do the auto start by that.
Yeah.
So then now I should I just
you hit it once to arm it.
Yeah, like that, and then when I'm playing. But you can of course go in and then change the drums to something else. So that's just what it's suggested.
I'm going to try.
It's the right suggestion.
We've had a real mix of results with this AI thing. I would say 75% of the time it picks a completely inappropriate drum track, and then occasionally it does pick something that works. So let's just try it. We had quite a good one where you're just going jin 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 jin, and then it seemed to pick a better one then. Right, here we go. Right, and your auto record is still on. So. So I can elect to change the drum beat after it's pre-selected one, but you might have some fun with that. If I...
Double. Oh no, you need to come out of the menu.
If we do another loop, just a straightforward, we'll turn off the drum matching and just
turn off
pre-select one. And pre-select drums.
Turn off that as well. So then I can just loop.
You can just loop over the top. Cool. So what drum patch would you like?
I don't know.
We'll just do this pop one again. I need a bit more volume here. What I'm going to show you next is the time stretch thing. So where you can play it in at one tempo and then elect to stretch it to a different tempo if you want. So let's come out of here, and shall I just start the drums and then you jam along, or do you want to do it with the counting?
If I click that, should it come on immediately? Or
no, I can just start the drums. Hopefully you can hear me over this. So if I press the BPM button now, and I want it a little bit faster,
I don't think I'll be able to hear you.
I think that the time stretch thing, obviously it changes the drum tempo without it making any change to the audio. Whatever you've looped in there, as you change it, you can physically hear it kind of being time stretched, so it goes a little bit weird sounding. But you could change it by, 3 or 4 BPM and it's still kind of okay.
Yeah. I like that it's got the sort of auto record function, and it can count you in on all those bits and pieces. They're really good for people starting on loopers, so lots of help.
It's got, what did it have, 100 different memory locations, and obviously you can USB link this to your laptop, and you can then store as many as you like in a library on your laptop.
Another feature that is super cool is that, well, for one, it saves your loops automatically, so you don't have to save anything. But the other thing is, we just did another loop in the same tempo with the different drums and in a different key, so you have like a verse and a chorus. You can I just need to demonstrate. You can play and swip between your loops. So
it's so cool. So if you look at number 9 is the funky loop that Pete has done already, which you may not have already heard, depending on where we edit this in.
You might hear that at the end.
You can tell we've just found this feature just as we were packing up.
Yeah.
And then we did another loop, same tempo, different drum track, different chords at number 10.
Yeah.
And then watch this. Watch what happens.
So at the end of each cycle, it just have to cycle it so it fits in the bars. You know
what would be even super crazy as well?
You can do 3.
You could do as many as you wanted.
You could. You can do, how many is there again? 100? How many? Look, 99 presets. So you can do like a whole song. You can have all your songs in there, and you don't have to.
Fair play, Mooer. I tell you, that is the whole.
That's cool, isn't it?
I know, look, the whole looper thing, man. It's just like, it does feel like people haven't really made a big leap in looper tech for a while now. This feels like, this does feel very cool. Anyway, look, hey, back to where we were in the video before. I mean, I thought that was a lot of pedal for, again,
I think so too.
It's not necessarily aimed at any kind of a pro market, but if you just want to mess around at home and you want really great drums and all of those different sort of auto record features and stuff, the AI thing, everything with AI at the moment is a little bit like, I'm not sure it's that cool, but I guess that's the whole point, right? Is it should get better over time?
It needs to start somewhere, doesn't it?
I think you should play us out again with something, Mr. Pete.
Do you want to?
No, you're the looper king. So find yourself a drum beat that you like.
Look at that.
That was the other thing. So you're going in through the long mode. You can just press the drum thing to go into you don't have to hold the drum thing down. Look.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Thing.
But it normally helps.
What?
Come on then, Mr. Pete, just give us a loop out. But yeah, this is the Mooer GL100. There'll be a link in the description below where you can go and buy one from the Andertons website. I think that's a lot of pedal for not a lot of money.
And while you're down below, please like and subscribe, and you can win something. And we're almost close to a million.
Close.
Come on, 1 million. Then we can finally retire.
Oh,
just
amazing, wouldn't it?
Do what then?
I have no idea.
Sit.
Start another channel.
Yeah, exactly.
About fishing or something.
Right, fishing channel.